The time has come, friends. MultiVersus Open Beta is finally out. It's fun! Play it! With me! For those unfamiliar, MultiVersus is Smash Bros, but instead of playing as Rio de Janeiro or Sammy the Hong Kong, you can be Tim and Jimmy, Garnt, Buns Buggy, Venmo, Clarkthony Kent, Brucius Wayne, Piranha Plant, Vin Diesel, second weirdest roster pick, don't care, didn't ask, cry about it, Rule 34, Steve, or fucking LeBron James. No meme though, the game's actually pretty fun. It's probably my favorite platform fighter besides Smash Bros, though the only other platform fighters I've played are Punch Time Explosion, Nicktoons All-Star Brawl, PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, and Brawlhalla, so make of that what you will. This one is just sparking the most joy for me right now. With MultiVersus being designed with a focus on 2v2 fights, it's a game best played with friends, but it's still a good time playing with randos, provided they're competent. Your results may vary, but honestly, if I'm in your party, you don't need to worry about being the weakest link. I've only done a few 1v1s, it's aight. Overall, the beta is looking really promising, and I hope Player First Games keeps up the good work fine-tuning what I can confidently say is the closest we've been to a Smash killer since maybe Rivals of Aether? People like that game, right? I've never played it because I'm allergic to furries. Honestly, if this game blows up, I wouldn't be surprised if Disney is like, shit, why haven't we made one of these? Do we just not like money or something? Get with the times, Michael. Give me Encanto Cart. Back to the topic at hand, with a new crossover video game released onto the unsuspecting masses, it's my God-given duty to inform you and Warner Bros. Who needs to be added to the game. Because I know better than you. Let's get started. First things first, compared to the Mirrorverse bit, this video was only part shitpost. I would legitimately enjoy a lot of these characters being added to the game, and there's no better example to open this list that I can think of than Pibby from the 2021 proof of concept short, Come and Learn with Pibby, in which the lead of a cutesy preschool program is thrust into a world of cosmic horror and must learn to become a badass to stop the oncoming apocalypse. Would she be a bruiser or a support character? I don't know. She could perhaps start as her kid-friendly self as a support, then turn into a more bruiser or assassin-style character when some condition is met, like gaining stacks of corruption when she gets hit or something. Either way, as her shorts are already based around Pibby being sent to different shows, her inclusion seems fitting, and since it looks like Adult Swim isn't interested in picking up Pibby as a full-time series, having her in video game form might be the closest we're ever gonna get. Now, a shitpost would be to suggest that she only be playable on April Fools. But that's also brilliantly evil. Do it anyway. Ben 10 would be an amazing addition to MultiVersus, not because of nostalgia, since I only watched the show a year or so ago, but because transforming into aliens is objectively cool. I've seen some homebrewed movesets that revolve around the Omnitrix, allowing Ben to turn into different aliens with unique specials and cooldowns on transforming again, and all sorts of, frankly, really cool and intricate mechanics that would make any proficient Ben player a supercomputer mounted in a flesh Gundam of sheer sexual charisma. Personally, I think that rather than giving Ben a million movesets for his aliens, we simply make the aliens his moveset, attaching a transformation to each of his attacks and having him revert back to Ben afterwards, which was how Punch Time Explosion handled him. Maybe treat it like Robin in Smash, where the Omnitrix is drained by using his alien-enhanced attacks, and once it's on cooldown, you have weaker versions of those attacks as Ben. Beyond that, I can imagine little bonuses like turning into Diamond Head giving you super armor, or Four Arms having enhanced launch potential. I don't have the whole moveset in mind, but I was personally toying with making his down special be his only manual transformation, turning Ben into an Iron Giant sized Way-Big while the Omnitrix drains. Having a fighter who can temporarily become giant sounds really neat, and I don't know who else could implement that like Ben could. Now for the shitpost. There's a 1/5 chance anytime you try to go Way-Big that you're turned into Wonka Trout, who's not only very lightweight, but makes the ground slippery wherever he goes. So, there's been rumors of this next character being a future addition for a while, from claims of data-mined voice lines to inside reports, and honestly, I think people are close, but coming just short of the mark, not seeing the forest for the trees, or rather being so focused on the size of the forest that they don't see the smaller forest beside it. Say it with me, folks. Up from the depths, 30 stories high, breathing fire, his head in the sky, Godzilla, 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 and Godzuki. That's right, I'm calling you all dum-dums. Just a bunch of dum-dums. The kind of dum-dum you think has gum inside, but then you realize that's a blow pop. That's a different brand of lollipop. You've been played for a fucking fool. If anyone remembers the hanna-barbara Godzilla cartoon, they probably remember that even it couldn't escape having its own analog for Scrappy-Doo. Godzuki, a teensy kaiju about the size of an average human mother, only capable of breathing flames, as opposed to Godzilla's atomic breath. With the ability to glide, Godzuki would be considerably more mobile than his uncle Godzilla, though that doesn't mean the big G can't be in the game at all. Instead, each time Godzuki is struck, he builds his cry meter, and when it's filled, Godzuki can call for Godzilla to appear and attack the last person to strike him. It's a powerful move, basically a heat-seeking version of Bowser's Final Smash, though not as immediately fatal. But to counter it, when Godzuki is buffed by his teammates, it also consoles him, lowering his gauge. There is no shitpost section, it's fucking Godzuki, it's never gonna happen. Since Free Willy was distributed by Warner Bros., I'm gonna count Willy as perfectly viable for MultiVersus, but he'd certainly be a gimmick character. See, in my mind, Willy scores points for his team by getting off the edge, effectively escaping to the ocean. He must die via the bottom of the stage for it to count, and when he's struck by an enemy hard enough to launch him downwards, a status is added that keeps the death from scoring a point for his team. However, unlike other team matches, Willy's teammate can attack them, hoping to raise his damage and make him easier to launch around the stage, as Willy will be as heavy as the Iron Giant with almost zero mobility. I mean, he's a fucking orca on dry land. He ain't going anywhere unless Superman donks him in the face. That said, Walkatrout's ability to make the ground slippery would allow Willy to more easily slide around the stage, and their up special would probably be the jump, though you'll need some damage to be light enough to travel with it. If you think this is a terrible idea, this is why you don't work at Player First, and also why I don't work at Player First. And if you do work at Player First, thank you for your hard work. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations. That's awful. That's so bad. William Wonka, the amazing chocolatier, owner of the finest chocolate factory in the Roald Dahl cinematic universe, with a questionable relationship with the Oompa Loompa, greets us with whimsy before he kicks our fucking ass. Now I know what you're thinking. Olimar, but with Oompa Loompa. Which is really fucked up, what's wrong with you? While he may need to exploit the natives of Loompa Land to get his chocolate made, Gene Wilder doesn't need any help to fold Batman. His side attack is the pratfall, his main attack uses the cane, thanks to a fizzy lifting drink he's floaty as hell just like Steven Universe, and he has a special that hits you with the Wonka Vision Ray, applying stacks until it shrinks you down and halves your weight. Build your golden ticket meter, and Willy can swap out with Grandpa Joe, who shares Willy's health but won't score a point for the other team if he dies. Because honestly, fuck Grandpa Joe. I have no idea what Austin Powers' moveset would be, but I propose that he takes enhanced damage from women. Dealing damage will build his mojo meter, and when it's full, he takes even more damage from women. I also elect that he takes additional damage from Shaggy and let the fans make of that what they will. Shaggy, eh? Alright man, I do a fair bit of shagging myself. Like, how did you get in my house? Scorpion and Sub-Zero are so overused for Mortal Kombat rep, I want literally anyone but Scorpion or Sub-Zero. I don't have any problem with each character, I think they're both cool, and I get why they're popular, but hear me out. Mocap. No, seriously, he's a master of like a bunch of different martial arts, and he's friends with Johnny Cage. Heck, Johnny would be cool too, have him say, "Where do you get these guys?" as a victory line or something. Cole from the new Mortal Kombat movie would be a great platform fighter character. His whole gimmick is storing the kinetic force from being hit and then sending it right back at his opponent. He'd be like Lucario. Also because it'd be better than the other character I can think of who can do that sort of thing. Did you know Warner Bros. Owns the rights to Ruby? Ruby characters can get in the game. I don't want them in the game, but I also didn't want Rick Sanchez. Free Willy doesn't sound so bad anymore, huh? Polar Express. just the whole fucking train. Oh god, remember how Blizzard was begging Nintendo to put an Overwatch rep in Smash? Let's hope they learned from that. Oh, who am I kidding? In my opinion, MultiVersus' true potential is its ability to bridge the gap between some wild mashups. Characters you'd never imagine interacting. Before MultiVersus, none of us had ever asked, what if Arya Stark met LeBron James? And I doubt people are even asking that now. I can't decide which character weirds me out more. Where am I going with this? Well, really, I mean to say that so long as the desire for the character is there, anyone's on the table. Let's be real, this is a game that came out the gate referencing memes with the inclusion of Ultra Instinct Shaggy. Whereas Smash Bros. Is a celebration of video games, MultiVersus is a celebration of pop culture, and it's only gonna grow from here. So when I tell you that Goku has more of a chance of getting into MultiVersus than he ever did of getting into Smash Bros., you only hate it because I'm right. and Gandalf the Grey, and Gandalf the White, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight, and Benito Mussolini, and the Blue Meanie, Cowboy Curtis and Zombie the Genie, Robocop the Terminator, Captain Kirk and Darth Vader, Lopan, Superman, every single Power Ranger,